everybody, welcome back to the 2-week yoga challenge. Today is day 2 and we're going to be focusing on bringing balance into the base chakra. So when you're ready, find a comfortable seat, sitting either cross-legged or on your knees. Bring your palms facing up on your legs, close your eyes and take a deep inhale in through the nose. Let it out with a sigh through the mouth. And again, deeply in through the nose. Let it out with a sigh through the mouth. Close down the mouth and just start to breathe deeply in through the nose only. Allowing the breath to flow evenly in and out the nose. And just relaxing the abdomen, feeling the belly rise with the inhale and gently fall with the exhale. Float your hands together at heart center, press your palms together. Call to mind an intention today for your practice. And as you inhale, feel that intention rise towards your heart center, filling up your heart space. And then maybe exhale with a sigh out of the mouth. Release the hands and then gently come up to standing. I'm going to stand at the top of the mat, bringing the big toes to touch. Palms facing forward, standing in Tadasana. Inhale, sweep up the arms, press the palms together. Exhale, draw the hands through heart center. I'm going to do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale through heart center. We've got 8 more rounds. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, draw the hands through heart center, warming up the shoulders. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, draw the hands through heart center. Keep moving with your own breath. Just noticing the flow of air in through the nose, out through the nose as you move mindfully and purposefully with the body. Keep the breath in the belly, relax the abdomen, and just notice how the body's feeling as you move through these flows. Just a few more. Inhale, exhale. Draw the hands back to heart center and then sweep the arms up, interlace the fingers, extend the index fingers long, and then we're going to trace the sky going over to the right side. Taking a side bend, reaching up through the side body, breathe in through the nose. And then inhale again, and exhale, bring yourself up to the center, and gently go over to the other side. So again, we're doing a side stretch here. We're not crunching into the side body. Keep the breath in the belly. And then when you're ready, inhale, bring yourself back to the center. And then gently look up. We're going to start to bend forwards, keeping the arms straight, keeping the fingers long, coming into a forward fold. Folding over the legs and then taking the feet about a hip width distance apart. Just letting the body hang over the legs. Bring any movements into the body that feel good. Rock yourself from side to side. Just do anything today that feels good. And then slowly and gently roll yourself up to standing. Roll the shoulders back and down. And then bring yourself into Tadasana. Taking the weight onto the right foot, we're going to take the left foot to the ankle, below the knee, or all the way up to the top of the thigh. Just be careful to avoid that knee joint. Take the hands together at heart center. Take a full breath here. And then whenever you feel ready, start to float the hands up, coming into the full version of tree. Maybe taking the gaze slightly up, or just focusing on a fixed, still focal point in front of you. Keep the breath in the belly, breathing deeply through the nose only. And then draw your hands through heart center with the next exhale. Pause there for a moment and then take the knee forward, step the foot down, Tadasana. Full breath in through the nose, let it out through the mouth. Second side, this time taking the weight onto the left foot. Right foot comes to the ankle, below the knee, or all the way up onto the top of the thigh. Again, find your balance, draw the hands together at heart center. And then whenever you feel ready, start to sweep up the arms. Just take your time, no hurry here. Come into the full expression of tree. I've chopped my hands off here, but I'm sure you get the point. Keep the breath in the belly. Breathing deeply through the nose only. Slow, deep yogic breaths. Draw the hands back through heart center, being careful to keep your balance, and then step the foot down, come into Tadasana, release the palms facing forward, full breath in through the nose. Let it out with a sigh through the mouth. Take the feet about a hip width distance apart, and then just take 2 fists and just measure 2 fists widths. We're coming into chair pose. Sweep the arms up and then sink the hips down, sitting into an imaginary chair. We're going to stay here, keep the breath in the belly and keep the weight back on the heels. Keep breathing in through the nose only. Breathing deeply. And then with your next inhale, press into the feet and stand back up. Draw the hands through heart center. Release the arms back down to Tadasana, palms facing forward. Full breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Second side, sweep the arms up. Exhale, sit back into a chair. Again, actively opening the knees, not knocking them in. And then staying here, weight back on the heels. You might feel the legs start to shake. Keep breathing, really grounding down through the feet. Breath is in the belly. Press into the feet, inhale, straighten up. Exhale, draw the hands back through heart center. Release the arms forward into Tadasana, full breath in through the nose. Sweep the arms up. And exhale, draw the hands back through heart center. Step the feet wide. We're going to come into Warrior Two. So we're taking the right foot forward, the left leg back, opening up the arms, and just making sure that there's a straight line from the knee all the way to the ankle of the front foot. Shoulders are down and the gaze is over that front arm. Keep the breath in the belly. Again, this is quite a static practice today, so really ground down through the feet. Drop that right elbow onto the right thigh and then inhale, come into a side bend. Reaching up the left arm and looking down over and in front of that right foot. Again, we're breathing in through the nose only. Feeling that fire in the legs and grounding down through the feet. Sweep the hands forward and step that back foot slightly in, straightening that front leg, coming into a runner's stretch. So that front knee can be slightly bent. We're just stretching the hamstrings here. Body doesn't need to touch the leg at all, but just make sure that the neck is relaxed. Bend that front leg, and then we're going to come into a low lunge, dropping that back knee, and then sweep the arms up so the hips are low, arms are high. Again, we've got that lovely 45-degree angle with the ankle and the front knee. Keep the breath in the belly. This is a beautiful dynamic pose to really warm up the hips. And if your arms start to get tired, you can always just bring them down. Now step back into tabletop and just take a couple of rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, look up. Exhale, roll the back. Inhale, look up towards the sky. Exhale, roll the back. Beautiful. We're going to reverse this pose now. So we're going to step forwards with the left foot, coming into a high lunge. Inhale, sweep up the arms. Sink into the hips. Again, noticing that you've got that 90-degree angle with the knees, so we're not putting too much pressure on that knee joint. Keep the arms lifted, shoulders down, keep breathing. And then float the hands either side of that front foot, step the feet in and come into that runner's stretch on the other side. So the stance is quite short here, and it really doesn't matter where your head is touching. The idea is that we're getting a lovely stretch along the back of the legs. So you can see I'm quite tight in the hamstrings. Just allow your neck to be heavy. Don't hold on to any tension. Inhale, sweep up the arms, and then exhale, step back into that side bend. So you might need to shift that back foot a little bit further behind you. Reach up the left arm this time, or right arm this time I should say. Left elbow is onto left thigh. Inhale, sweep up to Warrior Two. Again, we're sinking in the hips. Keep the breath deep in through the nose. A few more full breaths. And then step the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep up the arms. And exhale, draw back through heart center. Release the palms facing up and then sweep the arms up again. Exhale, draw through heart center. Release the hands to Tadasana. Take a full breath here. We're going to come into a warrior 3 now. So step to the back of the mat, take the feet together, inhale, sweep up the arms, interlace the fingers, extend the index fingers long, and then step forward with the right foot. Point the left foot at the back, inhale, lift up, and then at the same time bring the body down, leg up, body down, leg up, body down. Keep breathing, keep the breath in the belly. And then as you inhale, start to bring yourself back up, reach up the arms, step the feet together, draw the hands through heart center, arms by your side. Step to the back of the mat again, we'll go on the other side. Inhale, sweep up the arms. Exhale, we'll step forward this time with the left foot, point those right toes. Inhale, look up, reach up with the arms. And then exhale, bring the leg up, bring the body down. Leg up, body down, leg up, body down. Holding here, you can bend that supporting leg, but try and get your leg and your body at the same height. Keep breathing. And then slowly and gently step the feet together. Inhale, look up. Exhale, draw the hands through heart center. Arms by your side, Tadasana. Coming into dancer's pose now. So we're going to take a hold of the right foot with the right hand. Start to kick into the foot, just taking any grip that feels good. Reach up the left arm and then start to kick into the foot, and at the same time reach forward with the arms. Kicking and reaching for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself back. Windmill the hands, sweep up arms, and we'll come into the other side. Hands through heart center, arms by your side. Take a moment to find your balance, and then we'll take the opposite foot. Taking a hold of the foot in any way that feels good, but keep that knee connected to the other knee, and then start to kick into the hand. Kicking and reaching for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring yourself back down. Inhale, sweep up the arms. Exhale, draw the hands through heart center. Arms by your side, Tadasana. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep up the arms. Exhale, we're going to step wide. We're going to come into a deep squat here. Draw the hands through heart center and start to squat down into a deep, deep squat. Bring the hands to heart center and close down the eyes. We're going to imagine really grounding through the feet here, sinking the hips and closing the eyes, feeling the connection with the earth beneath you. And just allow yourself to be connected to the breath, breathing in through the nose only. Just a few more breaths. And then inhale, sweep up the arms. Exhale, draw the hands through heart center. We're going to drop the right elbow onto the right thigh, and then inhale, come into a side bend. So reaching up that left arm and maybe gazing down towards that bottom foot or looking underneath the lifted arm. The hips should be in the same lines. They should be still sinking down to the middle of the mat. Keep breathing. Inhale, sweep up. Straighten the legs, give yourself a little shake, and then inhale, sweep up, come into the other side. Bend the knees, come into that deep squat, and then left elbow comes onto the left thigh. Reach up the right arm. Keep breathing in through the nose only. This is a very, very active stretch. Activating the inner thighs, the quads, the side body. Keep breathing. And then with your next inhale, bring yourself to the center. Keep the knees bent, arms come either side, and then inhale, sweep up the arms. Exhale, draw them to heart center. Start to tiptoe the feet slightly in. We're going to come into a forward bend. Inhale, sweep up the arms, and then exhale, fold forwards, keeping the back straight as long as possible. And then if you can, take the hands to the mat. Maybe this is where you stay, or maybe you take a hold of the ankles. Just do whatever variation feels good. Wherever you are, the neck is heavy. Close the eyes. Keep the breath in the belly. Again, we're really feeling ourselves grounded through the feet. Press into the hands. We're going to take the right arm to the mat and then reach up the left arm, coming into a twist. Keep the hips where they are. Maybe come high up onto the fingertips and come deeper into the twist. Drop that right arm down, come back into the stretch, bringing the hands closer to the body, and then tiptoe the hands. We'll take the other side. Left arm reaches up. Again, opening up the chest, maybe closing the eyes, doing whatever feels good for you today. Breath is in the belly, and then exhale, draw yourself back down to the center. Relax the neck and head and tiptoe the feet gently and slowly back in. We're going to come into Malasana now. So this is a deep yogi squat. Bending the knees, and if you can, taking the elbows to the inside of the thighs, pressing the hands or the palms together. Close the eyes and allow the breath to flow evenly in through the nose, out through the nose. Option to stay here if you feel like you're ready, maybe coming into a twist by taking the left hand to the mat and reaching up the right arm. Again, only do this if you feel like you're warm in the hips and that you're not pulling or pushing any part of your body. Bring the hands back to the center, and then when you're ready, come into the other side. So again, this should feel good. There should be no tension in the hips or in the knees. Bring yourself back to the center, press the palms together, take a last full breath, and then we're just going to sit ourselves back onto the mat. Bring the feet together and come into a comfortable seat. So coming either cross-legged or maybe into a half lotus. And just shift the hips from side to side, bring the palms facing up. I'm just going to take a moment here just to reconnect with the breath. Beautiful, we're going to come into a twist now. So we're going to take our left foot in front, gently flex the left toes, and we're going to take the right foot around the left thigh. Once you get there, we're just going to start to sweep up the arms. Inhale. And exhale, draw the hands through heart center. Release the hands either side of the body, and maybe you can bend that left knee if you're a bit more flexible in the hips. And then come into a twist by taking that right elbow over and around onto the left thigh. Keep the breath in the belly, opening the chest to the side of the room. As always, noticing where the breath has gone, can you bring it back into the belly? We're really slowing down the class now, starting to get into our body. Gently bring yourself back to the center and take a little counter twist. Beautiful, take the hands either side behind you. And straighten out that left leg again if you've bent it, or right leg, sorry. Just give your legs a little shake from side to side. Beautiful, getting ready to come into the other side. So this time the right foot comes around the left leg. Inhale, sweep up the arms. Exhale, draw the hands through heart center. Stay here if you do have a bit more flexibility. Start to bend that left leg. Align yourself and then inhale, sweep up the arms. And we'll take that left elbow over and around onto the right thigh. Keep breathing. So as always, there should be no pain here, especially not in the knees. Keep the breath in the belly. Take a soft gaze in front of you or close down the eyes. And then gently bring yourself back to the center. Take a little counter twist. And come back to the center. Release the legs. Give them a little tap to release any tension. Inhale, sweep up the arms. And then exhale, we're going to fold over, coming into a forward fold. So you can bend a little bit the knees if you need to. And just round the back. And just let the body fall wherever it feels comfortable. We don't really want to be pulling or pushing here. Just allow gravity to do the work. Once you're there and you're comfortable, close down the eyes. As always, connect with the breath. There should be no attachment to how you look. It should always be about how you feel. Gently bring yourself up, tap out the knees. And we're going to come into a side stretch. So we're going to take the right leg out and we're going to take the left foot to the inside of the thigh, sweep up the arms. And then exhale, we're going to take a hold of the inside of the foot or the shin or maybe the top of the thigh, come into a side bend. So just doing whatever is accessible for you today. There's no right or wrong here. Should be just feeling a beautiful stretch in the side body. Keep breathing in through the nose. And inhale, bring yourself up to the center. Sweep the arms up. Press the hands down, and we're going to come into pigeon. So just rolling out onto that left hip, bending the left knee, and then just sending the right foot out behind you. So just take a moment to align the hips. Make sure that that foot is directly behind you. And then when you feel ready and comfortable, start to lay yourself over that front leg. Close down the eyes, and as always, start to connect with the breath. If you can, apply a little pressure onto your forehead. This is just going to really help to soothe you and keep you present during this pose. You ready? Start to come up. Gently take the hands either side of the body, and we're going to roll back onto the outside of that right hip. Bring yourself back to seated, and then come into the other side of the side bend. So take the legs out wide, tap out the knees. And then we're going to take the left foot to the inside of the right foot, reach up the arms and come back into that side bend. Again, taking a hold of the inside of the foot, or the shin, or the thigh. Close the eyes if it feels good and take a soft gaze down towards that foot. Or you can close down the eyes completely. Just do whatever feels good. As always, it's your practice. This is your moment for yourself. Keep the breath in the belly. When you're ready, start to bring yourself up. Reach up the arms to the side. Float the hands to prayer. Hands through heart center. And then rolling onto the right hip, coming into pigeon on the other side. So just making your way into pigeon. Finding a position that feels comfortable. Maybe you need to take that right foot closer towards the left wrist. And then whenever you feel ready, tiptoe yourself down over the front leg. So there should be no pain in the knee here. You should be feeling this on the outside of the glute, maybe slightly in the hip as well. Keep the breath in the belly. Close down the eyes. Again, notice how the body is feeling. Notice where the breath is gone. Can you bring it back into the belly? And then with your next breath, start to bring yourself slowly and gently up. Coming into all fours briefly, just taking the knees underneath the hips. Rock yourself from side to side, hands are underneath the shoulders. Then we're going to come into a quick child's pose, taking the big toes together and sinking the hips back towards the heels. Reach the hands forward and press the forehead to the mat if you can. You're going to take some deep breaths here. Gently and slowly start to press into the hands, bring yourself up into all fours. And then we're going to come into lying on our belly. We're going to come into a few little lower back stretches. So lay down on your belly. And the first round we're going to do is a cobra. So taking the hands underneath the shoulders, take your right ear to the mat. Just bend the elbows here, tucking the arms close into the chest. Beautiful. Bring the chin to the chest. And then we're just going to lightly press into the hand, press into the tops of the feet and start to peel the chest off the mat, coming into a low cobra. So we really have little to no weight in our hands. Our legs are activated and we're feeling this beautiful stretch along the back of the lower back. Keep breathing and then exhale, fold down, right ear to the mat, close the eyes, breath in the belly. Beautiful. Drop the elbows down. We're going to come into Sphinx pose. The hands slide forwards. Again, we're pressing into the tops of the feet. And we're going to start to lift off the chest and look forwards. Maybe take the legs a little bit wider. And if you feel like you've got a little bit more space, maybe start to straighten the arms. Maybe take the hands a little bit closer to the body. The hip bone should still be connected to the mat. And again, there should be no pain in the lower back. Close the eyes and breathe deeply through the nose. Beautiful. Start to fold forwards. Bend the knees. And we're going to come into a quick child's pose. So taking the knees together, arms either side of the body this time, palms facing up, forehead on the mat. And just feel that lovely stretch along the lower back. Close the eyes. And then when you're ready, come to lying on your back, just making your way there in any way that's comfortable. Lay down on the back. We'll come into a quick Shavasana. And then we're going to come into a few more lower back exercises. Taking the heels towards the sit bones, we're going to come into bridge pose. So pressing the feet on the mat, press into the hands and start to lift up the hips coming into bridge. Chin is tucked to the chest and be really careful not to move the neck here. Press into the hands, lift the hips up high. And then as you exhale, drop the hips down. We're going to start to flow here. Inhale, reach up the hips. Exhale, drop them down. Inhale, reach up, press the hips high. Exhale, drop them down. Just notice your knees here. If they're knocking together, can you actively open them by engaging the inner thighs? And again, inhale. And exhale. This time maybe interlacing the fingers just for the last round, sending the hips up high, maybe coming high up onto the shoulder blades. If this doesn't feel right, keep the hands connected to the mat. Keep breathing in through the nose only. And then release the hands, come all the way down to the mat. Windshield wiper the knees from side to side. And then we're just going to tuck ourselves into a lovely ball, squeezing the knees together, massaging out the lower spine. Beautiful work. Release the hands, and then we're just going to cross the right leg over the left. Shift the hips slightly. And then we're going to come into shoelace. So we're going to take the hands in between the legs, grabbing a hold of either the ankle or the shin of the right foot. Drawing the knees to the chest. This is a beautiful way to open up that right hip. That right foot is on a 45-degree angle, and we're just squeezing the left knee in towards the body. It's going to be quite intense on the hips, especially if you're a little bit tight. So just keep breathing. Beautiful, and then release the feet, squeeze the knees together, curl yourself into a ball, knees come to the chest. And then release down, we'll take the other side. So this time it's the left leg comes on top of the right. Weave those hands inside, or just, the left hand inside. Take a hold of that right shin and start to squeeze that right knee in towards the chest. So again, you can see this is a really beautiful hip opener. Keep the breath in the belly, breathing through the nose only. Just a few more breaths here. You can close down the eyes if it feels good. And then release the arms, release the legs, squeeze the knees, and bring the forehead to the knees, rolling into a little ball, rocking from side to side. And then gently release yourself down onto the mat. We're going to come into a hamstring stretch. So release that left leg down onto the mat and squeeze the right knee into the chest. Stay here for just a moment and then start to extend that right leg up, maybe taking a hold of the ankle, the foot, behind the knee, or the back of the thigh, just depending on your flexibility. That right knee can be slightly bent, and just allow that left foot and left leg to be completely relaxed. Gently guiding that foot towards the face, but not pulling here. Again, we're really passively stretching the body. Should be no tension or forcing the body into the poses. Keep breathing and then bend that right knee and take a twist by taking the right leg over and around onto the left and gently looking across the right arm. Taking a beautiful spinal twist. Close down the eyes. Breathe deeply in through the nose only. We're almost at the end of the class, so just recalling the intention you made at the beginning of the practice. Just letting the breath flow naturally. One more full breath here. And then gently start to bring yourself back to the center. Squeeze your knees into your chest, come into a ball. And then we'll come into that hamstring stretch on the other side. So we're reaching up the left foot this time. Just first squeeze the knee into the chest. And then when you're ready, straighten the left leg. Take a hold of the ankle, the calf, or maybe behind the thigh. Remember that left knee can be bent. And just gently drawing the foot towards the face. There should be no pulling here. Keep the breath in the belly. And then slowly and gently bring that knee down, coming into the twist on the other side. So again, you might have to shift yourself over to the left slightly. Bring that left foot over to the right side. Reach the left arm long and look along the left hand. Close down the eyes. Keep breathing in through the nose only. And then draw the knees back to the chest. Give yourself a big hug. Roll yourself into a ball. Rock yourself from side to side. We're going to come into a happy baby. So we're going to take a hold of the inside of the feet. If the inside feels a little bit too challenging, you can take a hold of the outside. Then we're going to take our knees wide and we're just going to swing gently the hips from side to side. This is called happy baby because it's like how babies sit. So just gently drawing the feet towards you. Maybe close down the eyes. Again, that breath is deeply in through the nose, out through the nose. And then when you're ready, start to draw the knees back into the chest. Give yourself a quick squeeze. For the next pose, we're going to have two options. So the first option is waterfall. And the second option, if you know how to safely come into the shoulder stand, will be shoulder stand. So if you're coming into waterfall, you're just reaching up your legs, bending the knees as much as you need to, and then reaching up the arms. It's just a really beautiful way to bring some fresh energy back into the body. If you are coming into the full expression, you'll be coming into shoulder stand, but please, please, please only do this if you know how to safely come in and out of the pose. Once you're in shoulder stand, tuck the chin to the chest and be really, really careful not to move the neck. Stay here if you want to go a little bit deeper, perhaps tracing those toes all the way to the back of the head. I really like to come into deaf man's pose by bending my knees and taking my knees either side of my ears. Once you're there, just press your hands into the mat and just create some stability. As always, this should feel good. There should be no pressure or pain in the body. Keep breathing. And then when you're ready, supporting the lower back, if you've come into deaf man's pose, bringing your legs back up into a shoulder stand. And then slowly and gently bringing yourself down with control. If you're in waterfall, just bring yourself down back into Shavasana. We'll just lay down the legs, close the eyes, and just rock the hips gently from side to side. Reach up the arms, and we're going to come into a little ab mobility just to finish off the class. We're going to reach forwards, coming up to seated, and then slowly and gently reach back, reaching the arms up over the head. Using the momentum of the arms, bring yourself up to a seated, straighten the back, and then roll all the way down. Again, reach the arms up behind you, and then use the momentum of the arms to bring you up to seated. Pause at seated, and then roll down, all the way down to the mat. Reach the arms up, And come up again. Inhale. And exhale, roll yourself all the way down. Reach the arms up over the head. And then just release the hands either side of the body. So for the last part of the class, we're going to come into some hip mobility. So it's just a really lovely way to finish the class after doing quite a lot of hip exercises. So take the left foot to the mat and then take the right foot over the leg as if you were doing the shoelace. Press the hands into the mat and lift up the hips. Pause here and then exhale, drop the hips. Inhale, reach up the hips. This might feel a little bit strange and unstable, but just move slowly and gently with the body, dropping the hips down and inhale, lifting the hips up. Keep moving, trying to keep stability in the hips. Inhale, exhale, and then drop that right foot down and take the other side. So left foot comes on top of the right thigh. Press the palms in onto the mat and lift up the hips. Exhale, drop the hips down. Inhale, reach up the hips. Exhale, drop the hips down. Again, inhale, lift up the hips. Exhale, drop the hips down. And again, inhale. And exhale, release the feet. Windshield wiper the knees gently from side to side. Beautiful, the work is done. We're almost there. So if you're close to a wall, you're just going to shift like I'm going to do, up against a wall, taking the side of your hip to the wall and then reaching up the legs. You're coming into legs up the wall for the final pose. If you're not near a wall, I recommend just coming straight into Shavasana because this is where I'll be leaving you today. Find yourself in a comfortable position, allow your legs to be high, your feet to be relaxed, and just completely relax the body onto the mat. Close down the eyes. Breathe in through the nose only. This is where I'll be leaving you today. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or evening wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. Namaste.